One time I was speaking with a civil engineer who was working and supporting and providing help with CAD work and building drawings to professional engineers that he was working with on his main full-time job. So he would just work with them and provide the services, and he would just get paid on the side. What's going on, guys? Welcome to another video. Let's talk about 6 side hustles for engineers. Now, these are some of the things that I'm going to show you here in this video are the things I wish I would have known. Others I've actually done from this list, but this list that I'm going to share with you today, it's going to be a compilation of the things that I've done and also some of the things that I researched and that I found on Reddit and things that other engineers are doing to make a little bit of extra money. Now, you're going to realize and you're going to notice that you really don't need a degree for some of these side hustles. So even if you're an engineering student that is on the way to graduation, or if you are already an engineer and you want to just have a little bit of extra money or make some extra money, then these ideas are going to be perfect for you. Now, the main caveat that I want to share here with you is that a lot of these ideas are going to be trading time for money. And one of the things that I think everybody should learn financially is that we should not rely on the long term to only be trading time for money. Ideally, you want to set up a system that allows you to make money while you are sleeping, right? Passive income, I'm sure you guys have heard of it. If not, if this is the first time you're actually hearing about it, I suggest that you look into it so that way you can plan for your future and you are not always just trading time for money. So again, in this video, I'm not going to be focusing on that. So let's jump right into it. Let's talk about the 6 side hustles for engineers. And number 1, the first one, it's not really a side hustle, but it's a hustle that you just add on to your job. And the first one, and this is perhaps the most obvious one, the easiest one to actually do, and this is just simply working overtime. Working overtime, when you work overtime, depending on your job salary and your pay structure, you may get paid straight time, or some companies allow you to get paid sometimes 1.5 times your regular rate per hour, or sometimes I even heard of twice your regular rate per hour. So I highly encourage you to check with your company and see how much you will get paid for overtime. But in my personal opinion, this is the easiest one, and perhaps honestly the best one in the short term, not in the long term, but in the short term. Because think about it, how many side hustles are going to be paying you $40, $50, $60 an hour? The second one is a little bit more complex. The second idea is freelancing with your engineering skills, especially if you are already someone that is in industry, or who knows, maybe if you're an intern and you built good relationships with your coworkers, and perhaps you've already worked with professional engineers specifically. You could do CAD work. One time I was speaking with a civil engineer who was working and supporting and providing help with CAD work and building drawings to professional engineers that he was working with on his main full-time job. So he would just work with them and provide the services, and he would just get paid on the side. You could even do coding on the side as well. You could provide freelance services on Fiverr, or just use your network on building websites as well. And also, if you are someone that has a little bit of experience on project management or product development, then maybe you could also provide some services when it comes to consulting. Now, another thing that I want to mention here on the freelancing side of freelancing your engineering skills is Idea Connection. Idea Connection is a website that I signed up for a long time ago. I didn't pick up any jobs or anything like that, but it's something that you can use if you are interested in solving problems or coming up with innovative solutions. Idea Connection is basically a website where you provide solutions to problems that they give you, and if they pick your solution as the best one, then you get paid a commission for that. Now, the next idea that I have here for you is have a business. Have a business with you can open your own engineering firm, especially if you are a civil engineer. You could open your own engineering firm. If you are on your way to getting a professional engineering license, you could provide technical project management and other services. Also, you could be a contractor where you basically act as a logistics agent, where you arrange services and you take money off the top. For example, so let's say I provide Alex Engineering plumbing services as a mechanical engineer. So what I would do, I really don't know much about plumbing, but what I could do is go bid for a job, get a contract that pays $100 for a job, go hire somebody, pay them $75 for the job, and I would keep 25%, so $25 of all the job. Not bad if you really think that you're just hiring somebody else to do the job and you're just taking money off the top. So that's something else that you can look into if you are interested in doing that, contractor work. Another thing that you can do when it comes to having your own business is providing tutoring service. If you are really good with technical skills when it comes to math and physics or electricity, depending on your engineering field, consider tutoring. Personally, I used to tutor physics and math, and even in Spanish when I was much younger, when I was trying to make a little bit more money, when I was on my first or 2 years right out of college. So that's a really good way to make a little bit of side income. Another thing that you can do with having a business is teaching, or perhaps this is not really having a business, but getting another job, teaching at a local community colleges or your local colleges. I remember back in the day when I was taking classes at my local community college, I had an engineering economics professor who would teach at the University of Maryland, and then come later on, he would have a second job at my community college. So that's something that you can look into, especially if you are someone that really enjoys teaching technical concepts. Now, the fifth idea that I have here for you is to volunteer your time for research studies. Now, we will be diving kind of stepping away from the engineering industry a little bit here with this idea number 5, but there is a lot of focus groups and a lot of companies that gather people so that they can sit them in the room and ask them questions about their cars, about their lives, about their jobs, or just things that are being current and things that are being studied. So they sit you in a room and they pay you $75, $100, sometimes even $150 per hour. Now, this is really not something that is too reliable, because you have to go through a whole admission process, and they have to interview you and see if you actually qualify for the target audience. But if it actually ends up working out for you, I want to say that it's pretty good money, and it's pretty easy because you literally just go sit there and they pay you straight cash. You don't pay taxes or anything like that. That's just kind of like the way it's set up for them. This one also works for college students. You don't even have to have an engineering degree for this. This is open for everyone. So if you're an engineering student that is looking to make a little extra cash on the side, I highly encourage you to do this, because hey, he pays really well for a couple of hours. $200, $300. Hey, that's not bad at all. That's a lot of beer right there. And the next idea that I want to share here is actually selling crafty items that entail design, custom making a little part. For example, I was reading that some engineers out there buy 3D printing machines, and they make custom parts, such as the case for custom electronic parts, and they sell them on this website called Tindie.com. Tindie, not Tinder. At least I think that's how you say it. Tindie.com. I'm actually going to put it on the screen. So you can make custom electronic parts and sell them on this website. Also, what you could do if you are someone that is into making little pets, or maybe making little ornaments for Christmas trees and stuff like that, you can 3D print them and sell them on Etsy.com. Etsy is a very, very popular website where you can buy personalized items. So I've actually heard of a lot of engineers going and using they buy a 3D printer and they make little parts and then they sell them on these websites. Now, another thing that you can do if you're someone that is more into woodwork and being a little more, even more hands-on, is using woodwork again and making things obviously out of wood, going to Etsy.com and selling them there, or perhaps even trying the Facebook Marketplace where you can sell your craft. The last idea that I have here for you guys, and we're actually going to be stepping way away from engineering, and this is where we're going to explore the whole market, and I'm going to give you some ideas that you can actually leverage. Another thing that you can start doing is to also start developing marketing skills, or perhaps start providing financial services if you're good with money, or start sharing your knowledge on social media. Also, what you could do, a lot of people do sell video footage if you are a videographer or an enthusiast, if you're also a photographer for enthusiasts. Also, if you could freelance writing. If you're really good at writing, or you enjoy writing or editing videos, things like that, you can start doing that. So of course, these are all side hustles in general, right? Things that you can do from the comfort of your home. It won't be easy. Caveat there, it will not be easy, but these are things that you can do on your convenience. And then other things, of course, if we even want to expand even more, we're talking about also drop shipping. You can buy something for $1 and then sell it for $5, $6, depending on what it is. And of course, also the good old garage sales and just buying things off Craigslist and then selling them on Facebook. I'm sure you perhaps already heard about these strategies, but I just figure I'll list them here as ideas that you can do. So I hope these side hustle ideas help you with your income, and they help you boost your income and provide a little bit more of extra money so that you can start reaching your goals and you start setting yourself up nicely for a better future. And again, be smart with your money. Don't spend more than what you make, and don't just blow your money on things that you don't need.